Hi, I'm Dr. Akemi. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about 5 things that you probably didn't know. If you let them go, you'll have more energy, you'll feel less stressed and overwhelmed. And the reason I'm saying this is a lot of people maybe know about detox, like actually physically detoxing the body. I have a lot of patients and just friends that like to do like a yearly or twice yearly detox, and they'll take their supplements or they'll go on a juice cleanse or something like that. But you know, outside they'll feel great after that, but then you know, things start creeping back in and they don't feel as good. So there are some things that you should know. The first is that there's a study done, and something they called the Elvis Neuron. So basically what they found, this was a study done on stimulus response. What they realized is when they showed somebody a picture of Elvis, there was a particular like brain cell that lit up in the body. Okay, so then that started me thinking about all the things, all the memories, all the images, all the stuff that we have that our brains have to keep in store. That takes energy, right? Like, think about it. Think back to when you were little. There's probably some toy or a bunch of toys or a doll or a teddy bear or something that you can remember right now. That is stored somewhere. Like, your brain has to keep tabs on where that is. That brain cell needs to be cleaned, it needs blood, it needs energy, the connection needs to be there, so that when I say, what was your favorite childhood toy, all these things happen and your body puts that up. Well, imagine all of the things that your brain has to keep track of, like where you keep your spare light bulbs, where that particular file is that you're going to have to get to your client next Monday, this potential next meeting that you're going to have, that you have to make sure your kid has snacks for his class in 2 weeks. Like, all of these things add up. So here's my invitation. Let's consider some of the things, because I also think of all this data, all this information, it's like tabs open in your mind. So when you're starting to feel sluggish, when you're starting to feel kind of foggy and like it's hard to process things and it's not clear what you need to do next, you usually gotta, what do you have to do with your browser? You gotta empty the cache, which means you're storing too much stuff that you don't need to, and you probably should close some tabs on your browser, right? So this is what I want to help you do with this Release Touchstone of my Elements of Life series. So the Elements of Life is seriously things that you can do in your life outside of the medical health. This is lifestyle, this is emotional care, this is like whole you care. So we are talking about the concept of release today. So I'm going to start with a controversial one. Possibly the most controversial one, so I'm a little scared. And I will finish with the hardest, most interesting one, I think. So stick around to the end. So the first one is a sports team. You can let go of a sports team that does not work for you anymore. I know, shocking, right? Like sometimes and this could be like, if you're not into sports, it could be a thing that has been such a big part of your identity or your family's identity, or, you know, a cultural thing that, like, you know, it's hard to conceive of it. But if it's something that's dragging you down and stressing you out, you can like let it go or find another team. I don't know. Like, some of the things that I'm realizing, at least for myself, is how much time and energy certain things have taken from me. So when I like looked at that cost benefit analysis, I realized like I could let this go, and then I have more energy for something else. So, okay, the second thing you can let go of is a sense of style or a fashion that maybe worked for you at one point in your life, but maybe it's just not you anymore. And I'll talk about this a little bit more later, but like sometimes we just get into this rut of the same thing over and over, and that can feel pretty blasé, right? Like it's basically like life becomes beige and boring. um, so actually something that you can also do is let go things seasonally in your closet. One thing that I actually do is I create little capsules for myself, and I actually put away clothes for the season. So probably about 3 times a year, I will take a big bunch of clothes and I will put them in another closet, and I will not look at them for like 3 or 4 months. And so I let them go. And then when I come back and look at it, it's like, wow, I have new clothes. I feel refreshed. I feel excited. It's really neat. So let me know what you think about that. Like if you've tried anything like that, or if you've got any other tips. Okay, the third thing, and oh my gosh, like this is so important. Old skincare and beauty products, the lipstick you've like had in your drawer for 3 years, the old mascara, the old eyeliner, please throw them away. It's not good. Like a lot of those things have 6 to 12 months after it's been open, and I cannot tell you, I used to have people bring stuff into the office for me to like look at and check to make sure it didn't have stuff in it that could be affecting their endocrine system. And, you know, I'd ask them how long they'd had it, and it would be a really long time. So, yeah. The other thing is old supplements. So if you've opened a supplement, so if the seal is broken, you shouldn't be using it after a year after it's been open. It's just lost its potency. Some herbal tinctures are different if it's alcohol-based, but overall, I do not recommend keeping and taking supplements that have been open for longer than a year. So please just clean out your cabinets, okay? 4. So the fourth thing is junk or trash that is sitting around your car that you're like looking at every day, or that is in your garage that you know you have to, like, it's just there. It's sitting in your mind. I got to drop this off at the donation center, or I need to go to the dumpster. Like, just do it. Just get it out of the way. Do it. It is going to take a load off of you and your system. Ready for the last one? Okay, so this one could be, I think, the toughest one, probably more than the sports one, depending on where you are now and how ready you are. So how about considering a part of your personality or your identity, something that's been a big part of your identity that's just draining you now, and it's not opening you up to the possibility of something new. So let me give you an example. I love my Jeep. I'm a Jeep girl. I've been like all in it. It's been part of my thing, and it's almost become a personality trait at this point. And being so stuck in it has blocked me from like really opening myself to the fact that I think I need a farm truck, like an actual good farm truck to get hay and stuff. So it's been kind of like a trying to reconcile those parts of myself. So letting go of this like tight, stubborn holding of this identity as a Jeep girl has blocking me from like potentially getting a cool new truck. Speaking of hay and ranch, that was another part of my personality that I decided to let go of and release, just like holding on to this old part of me that's just like, no, I don't know anything about this. I'm just really stuck. This is who I am. Didn't allow me for many years to fully enjoy like the countryside and the gorgeousness of working outside and having animals to care for. like it has brought such tremendous joy to my life. So like letting go of those old parts of my identity that, you know, they are there for a reason and they were true at one point. And now it's like, no, it's time to let go of those things to see what could come of it, right? So unless we let go, fresh, clean things cannot come in, whether that is cellular toxicity, whether it's your body not evacuating toxins properly, you know, then fresh lymphatics and blood and nutrients cannot get into your cells. Like they just can't. So just like what happens in the body happens in the mind, and it happens emotionally. Okay? All right. So what I want you to do is just grab a piece of paper or open up your notes app on your phone, and I want you to just write down 5 things. They don't have to be in those categories, but just 5 things that you feel like you could maybe let go of. And I would love for you to throw something out today. Just something today. Just try to do it. And then come back and report back and let me know how it went. Now, this is not a like, oh my God, I just do this one thing and I'm done and it's like fixed forever. This is an ongoing process. This is a way of being in your life to pay attention to what are the things that are no longer necessary. Just like your cells are constantly cleansing and evacuating, just like your brain has to wash itself every night while you're asleep, just like you should take a shower regularly, you too have to look at your life, look at the things around you, look at your own habits and identities and things that you're holding on to, and see what you can let go. Okay, so let me know what you think. I will catch you next time. Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can get more videos from us.